Welcome. In this video, I'm going to talk about being a fruitarian. What are some of the benefits of being a fruitarian? What is fruitarianism? What are the different types of fruitarian? And what are all the myriads of benefits? And also, if you take it too far, what can happen in some cases? So let's get into it. Fruitarian, let's do this. So, currently I am halfway a fruitarian. So the technical term of fruitarian means you have to get at least 50% of your calories from fruit, solely from fruit, throughout the day, each day. And technically the term usually implies that you are a vegan, although I'm definitely not a vegan. So the term usually means that you get at least 50% of your calories from fruit and that you're vegan. But I don't know why it says that you have to be vegan to technically be a fruitarian. It's kind of silly in my point of view, because it should just be how much fruit you're eating, right? So some people eat 50% of their calories from fruit, some 65%. And a lot of other people say that, like, it only counts if it's at least 50% fruit, then you're fruitarian. Or other people say it has to be at least 65% of your calories from fruit to count as a fruitarian. And then the more extreme cases, people are like, no, it has to be 90% of your calories have to be from fruit, and the rest from seeds and nuts and whatever veggies. But I think in life, if you take anything too far, it can create problems and issues, right? If you're too extreme in any one area, it can create problems. Now, that being said, some people doing just fine on 90% fruit? Yes, there's probably thousands of people out there that eat 90% of their calories solely from fruit, and they're absolutely super healthy. Some people do that and they get sick, right? You can get some issues. One example is when Ashton Kutcher was playing Steve Jobs in a movie of a biopic of some sort. I haven't seen it, but he was like, okay, I'm going 90% fruitarian, because Steve Jobs was that way for many, many years. And then right before the movie started shooting, he got sick and he was hospitalized. So, but I mean, maybe slowly work your way into being a fruitarian. I know, say if you eat like a large portion of meat with each meal and then you just completely quit eating flesh altogether, that can cause some serious withdrawal symptoms. You can get very sick, like vomiting, headaches, all sorts of things. And no, that's not because you need to eat meat. It's because you're addicted to it, you know? I mean, in a way, your cells are addicted to it. Yeah. So, what are some of the benefits of fruit diet? Oh, my cat's getting very curious. Kitty. Okay, so benefits of a fruit diet. So the thing is, there's so many things I want to talk about with fruit. It's, for one, sugar. Fructose and glucose right now are very, very demonized. For the last 10, 20 years, people have been moving more towards Atkins, high meat, low carb diets. And I've been there. I was on basically keto, pretty strict keto for about 5 years. And then a few more years, kind of a loosely keto. But I was pretty strict keto for about 5 years. And I will tell you, I had a tight stomach, and my body had low fat. But the thing is, I didn't feel good. I felt like I felt like shit, honestly. Like I felt like shit. But I was like, how else? Because I had issues when I was young with gaining weight. I had weight issues. I had stomach issues, digestion issues, all these things. Many other issues too. And so I was always battling weight. It was one of my main things I worked on and spent time and willpower on for many, many years, probably the last 20 years. One of my main issues that I've been putting a ton of energy into. So I just figured this works. Keto works, you know. But the problem with keto is I just always felt like shit. I was tired and like kind of miserable. It's low grade miserable, low grade tiredness, kind of constant. And I thought that was just like a part of aging, and it can be. Anyway, sugar isn't bad for you. Okay, sugar is not bad for you. And no, as I'm saying that, you're thinking, how can you say that? It has to be bad for you, no? And I know it's really drilled into us in the society that sugar is bad. And there is some truth to it, but it's like one of those things that it's a half truth, not a full truth, right? So like eating 10 chocolate bars a day, is that bad for you? Yeah, it'll probably kill you, right? But eating 10 bananas a day, is that bad for you? No, it'll make you into a freaking superhero with like incredible energy, and your intestines will be super happy and super healthy, and you'll start aging slower and your skin will start glowing. So you can see the difference, right? They're both primarily sugar, but one is completely different than the other, right? 10 O. Henry bars, 10 bananas. Oh, sugar's bad for you. It's like, yeah, no. The sugar is the main key element of those two options. But so one is it's full of vitamins, nutrients, tons of water, the purest water, minerals, tons of magnesium. Bananas have an incredible amount of natural magnesium. I think it's 30 milligrams of pure magnesium, totally bioavailable magnesium per banana, which is crazy. It's a lot, and you need a lot in this day and age. People are dying for magnesium. We're all extremely we're just dying for more magnesium. And of course, people famously say, "Oh, potassium is in bananas," and it is. I think you need to eat about 10 bananas to get your daily amount of daily need of potassium. Of course, potassium's in everything, so you don't have to eat 10 bananas. But if you ate 10 bananas a day, you would get your full amount of, or maybe 11. It would be your full needs for your potassium. But fruit is like, when you start to think about it this way, it starts to make sense. Fruit is like sugar, fructose, glucose. It's like crystallized sunlight. When it's summer and you get sunshine, you have more energy instantly when you get sunshine regularly. And your mood goes way up too. Serotonin and dopamine go up with sunshine. So the same is with what happens with fruit. If you eat large amounts of fruit every day, you kind of feel like you're eating sunshine. Like you feel the same effects as it being summer. Your mood goes way up and your energy goes up. Same as with the sun. The sun stores its energy in sugar. Sugar is sun energy converted into food, into calories. I mean, I guess any kind of calories eventually is sun churned into calories, but sugar is just more pure. It's a pure form. So the reason why chocolate bars and bananas would be totally different is there's one main reason why. And this reason is because chocolate bars are full of oil and fat. So what happens in the bloodstream and in your whole system is when you eat a meal of fruit, you have an insulin spike, but it comes down. It's a natural good spike, and it comes down naturally very quickly. And then you return to baseline. That's all completely natural, totally healthy, and optimal. And fruit actually, eating large amounts of fruit actually like heals diabetes. It's one thing that most people don't know. It literally heals diabetes. Of course, if you are too far gone with diabetes, so at some point you can't come back, right? Or sometimes you're born. There's the type you're born with. Is that type 1? So the issue is when you mix fat or oils with sugar. So what happens when you eat 10 chocolate bars or one, you have an insulin spike, but it doesn't come back down naturally, swiftly, the way it's supposed to, down to baseline. And that it being elevated for a prolonged period, that right there is what causes tons and tons and tons of issues. And I was a huge proponent of eating healthy fats for a long time. And you need some fat for good hormones. But a lot of the research now, neighbors are coming home. A lot of the research now says that a lot of the sins of fat, excessive fat, they blame on sugar. They're like, oh no, it's sugar that causes those issues. Like high cholesterol in your veins. Yes, sugar and fat together will create way more cholesterol than just eating fat. It's true. Because it creates more inflammation. But that's from you having the elevated blood sugar levels prolonged. It doesn't come back down quickly, and then that creates more inflammation in your arteries. So it's really the problem. Even if you just ate tons of excessive fat, that can even keto and carnivore, these diets you're inching towards heart disease. And people are like, no, it's great for your heart. But yeah, excessive fat, you're inching towards heart disease. Especially if you work out a ton and you eat tons of meat. Many thousands of bodybuilders die every year from heart disease. And they're like, we don't eat carbs, but you're dead at 30. So good job. I mean, it doesn't happen to everyone, but it does happen. Oh, we got neighbors hanging out. Okay, what's next? 50% of your calories. So some people do. I heard of this one guy that he only eats whole fruit up until noon every day. And he's been doing that for like 20 years. And he's like, it's given him extreme health. And that would be like a simple, small version of being fruitarian. Right now I do it till like 2 or 3 or something. Only fruit and fruit juice and honey. Honey is actually the exact same measurement of glucose and fructose as sugar. It's just concentrated and it doesn't have fiber. But raw honey has so many other amazing things. Like it has minerals, vitamins, it has healthy bacteria. It's actually good for your gut because it has so much healthy bacteria in it. It's really amazing. But it's very similar to fruit because it has the same proportions of fructose and glucose. But yeah, if you do even just up until like half of your day, only fruit and fruit juice and maybe a little bit of honey, or if you split your day into 2 8-hour periods and do up to there, that would be half the day, or even just till 12 o'clock. I guess it totally depends on when you get up, because some people get up at 11 in the morning and other people get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like I get up at 5 right now every day, so most days. But yeah, do half of your day just fruit. Do that for a month and see how you feel, and you'll probably feel amazing. Your intestines will thank you. Your energy will be way better. Your skin will be way better. It's like a detox, right? So it's like you've heard of fruit cleanse, like fruit juice cleanse, or whole fruit, only fruit, eating fruit as a cleanse. And yes, it will cleanse your body and heal your body incredibly well. Like you could probably take 25 of the world's current worst diseases, not the worst diseases, but the most common diseases, and go on only fruit for, let's say, 2/3 of the day, every day, only fruit. And I bet you most of those diseases will either do that for 3 months. And I would say most of those diseases would either be completely disappear or be like halfway healed after a few months. So it's powerful stuff. It's powerful, it's awesome, and it's natural. Oops, sorry. It's supernatural. Like think about it this way. I heard some guy mention it this way and it made sense. Oh, we got neighbors hanging out again. Okay, so I heard this one guy mention it, talking about it in this way. He's like, think about it this way. What kind of a God would make these trees in a world that has 5,000 types, varieties of fruit, and it's just this plush, beautiful food that grows on trees, and it's bright, it stands out, it smells amazing. You can smell it from blocks away. It tastes the best, like it's sugary, juicy goodness, It tastes the best. It pops out. You can see it from a block away. You can smell it from a mile away. But it's a trick. It's a trick. Don't eat it. It's bad for you. It's full of sugar. No, don't do it. It's a trick. Like, what kind of God would we have if he made the world full of this fruit, but it's not good for you? And the opposite is true. It is good for you, thank God. And not only is it good for you, but if you eat a bunch of it every day, you'll get super healthy and have tons of energy and be super healthy. So anyway, fruitarianism. So the thing is, there's also a frugivore. A frugivore is they only eat fruit that's dropped off the tree. So you're not harming anything, and they only eat fruit that they don't eat the seeds of the fruit. They don't chew the seeds and eat them. Because I think the ancient Jain monks in India, I think upwards of several thousand years ago, like maybe 6,000 years ago. I'm not sure, don't quote me, but they were like hardcore frugivores, or at least hardcore fruitarians, vegetarians. They have all these really extreme practices, like when they turn over in the middle of the night, they brush their bed before they turn over in case they might kill a mosquito or a bug or an ant. And they're just hardcore. And they've been doing this for a long time, like 5,000 years or more or less. Jains. It's actually, I think it's the oldest religion that we have right now in the world. Jainism. It's a type of Hinduism. It's the oldest religion that we have in the world right now that is still going on. I think it's 6,000 years or something. Anyway. More benefits. Yeah, you don't have to be 100% fruitarian to get the benefits. Say if your first meal of the day is just fruit without any fats or oils, just that alone will have immense benefits. But you could do the first 2 meals of your day just fruit and fruit juice. Then you'll have double the benefits. Like I said before, anytime you take anything to the too extreme, it's going to cause problems. Or it can potentially cause a lot of problems. What else? Oh, yes. So when you digest like a steak and fries, you're going to be digesting for 10 hours? 6 hours, 7 hours? And the amount of energy that your body has to use to digest steak and fries, that's probably 10% of your energy for the whole day to digest that one meal, maybe more, 15, 20%. And when you digest a meal of fruit, you use like 0.1% of your energy to digest a meal of fruit. So that means you just gained 10% of your energy, 10% more energy than the guy that eats a big steak, or 15 or 20% more. That's a pretty big deal. If meat's so amazing for you, but you have to pay for it with your energy. And if you're digesting hard, heavy meals like that, you're going to be aging faster too. I know a lot of people will be like, no, but the science is pointing in that direction now. Yeah, it ages you faster. High meat diets age you super fast, despite what some people out there say. Some biohackers that only eat meat. It's like, yeah, but they also take 170 pills every day to kind of try to compensate for the heavy load of the meat. Like, ugh. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. Yeah, the energy it takes to digest. Yeah, another thing too, if you eat 1 to 2 meals of just fruit, you're not going to crave sugar all the time. People are like, oh, you have to kill your sugar cravings. Ice cream is bad. Just don't eat sugar because it's bad. You eat 1 or 2 meals of just fruit, you're not going to be like, I have to have ice cream. I have to have that chocolate. You won't even think about it at all because your body will be nourished with a proper healthy amount of sugar for your brain and your liver to work properly and your muscles. The optimal fuel for your brain, your liver, your muscles, your thyroid gland, and your hormones. The optimal fuel for all those things to work properly is sugar. That's another huge thing too. When you're on keto, everyone's heard that idea. Or carnivore, we've all heard the idea of like, yeah, your body, when it goes into the ketosis, it's like a slow, sluggish backup system. It's not its primary energy system. It's like the secondary backup system when your body starts burning the fat you eat or your own muscle systems or your own fat. Usually also your own muscle system. Oh, that's another point. But what I'm saying is it's the backup system. Why would you want a secondary backup fuel system that's slower? Why wouldn't you go for the primary fuel system that works optimally? Right? It's like a brain fart. People are like, it's like the backup system burns slow, but it's better. Why? I don't know. It just is. Because you're tired all day. That's why it's better. There's no argument. Go with the primary source of fuel, which is carbs and sugar. I forget what I was going to mention about something I just touched on that was super important. I forget. Oh well. Next time I make a video on this, I'll write it down when I listen to this. What else? Yeah, you won't need to have ice cream every day because you'll have the sugar in your system. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So when you eat lots of fruit, like say 2 meals of fruit every day, start the day that way, your muscles will be so full of sugar that you won't lose muscle mass. It's new science. You're never going to lose muscle mass. Your body won't digest your muscle because your muscle is so full of sugar that the sugar is feeding the muscle, right? But when you're completely out of sugar, your system, then your body feeds on your own fat. But the problem with that is it also feeds on your own muscle. But it won't feed on your own muscle if you've eaten lots of sugar. Your muscle mass stays exactly wherever it's at. Your body won't feed on your own muscle, which is awesome because The more muscle, the healthier you are, generally speaking, unless you take it too far. Then you become unhealthy if you have too much muscle, but that's rare. You have to be like a freak, a gym freak. What else? Yeah, so the big thing is sugar causes disease when you mix it with fats and oils. So one thing you can do is if you write down everything you eat throughout the day, like make a list of the amounts of everything you eat. If you want, you can make a quick list, run it through AI and ask AI, I'm trying to get 70% of my calories from carbs and sugar, 15% from protein, and 15% from fats. Where am I? How close am I to that? Because it's very, very, very easy to accidentally have 30, 40, 50% of your daily calories from fat. All it takes is like a few spoons of olive oil to like boost it way up, because fat's so high calorie. So if you do eat a large amount of fruit, you got to lower the fat content. Another thing with protein too is it's actually a myth. They've proven scientifically that once you're around about 80 grams of protein, 70, 80 grams of protein, past that point, it doesn't make you build more muscle faster or bigger muscles. Yet most of the fitness influencers have like 200 grams of 200 grams of protein every day. It's like hardcore carnivore, hardcore keto. It's like 200 grams. I mean, the really hardcore guys. That's like protein shakes and huge steaks every meal would be, and then protein shakes in between meals. That would be like 200 grams of protein. It's like all you eat is protein constantly to get the 200 grams. But the thing is, the science is not showing after the 70 or 80 grams per day of protein point, having more than that doesn't build faster muscles, bigger muscles in any way, shape, or form. That's what this new science is saying. So let's say 70 grams of protein would be about 15% of your daily calories from protein. So yeah, I'm going to end with that. So if you got any good information out of this, like and subscribe, and have a nice day. I'll see you later. Peace.